Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're doing another Fate Reforged Swiss draft. We got a good rare here, Wild Call. I've played it a couple times. It's a pretty awesome card actually. It's at worst, 2 green for a 2/2, or at best, I don't know, what, you know, 10 plus whatever mana. Get a nice solid 12/12 out of it. I really like this card a lot. It's good. It's like the Green Sun Zenith of this set, only instead of finding creatures out of your deck, you're just creating a bigger and bigger one. There's also a Sandblast in here, which is a good card, and is removal. But I like Wild Call a lot. I think it's a great card. Any card that's good early or late really is, I think it's got to be one of the best kind of cards you can get in Limited then, right? Good late, good early, good late. That really is like one of the defining characteristics. This is the second time I've been past the Crux of Fate. I mean, I gotta take it. It's such a strong card. There is a Whisper of the Wilds in here, which would keep me in green and works well with Wild Call, but I don't think you pass board wipes in this format. I mean, clearly my whoever passes to me did, but it looks like they took a foil or a dual fetch land out of it, because it's still got 3 uncommons and the rare. So I think we got lucky here. Crux of Fate's a good pass. I think the card's quite good. If we're still planning to make both of these rares work, green-black really only lends itself to Abzan or Sultai, which is fine. I like both of those. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So here's a Whisper, which stays in green-black. Misfire Adept is a very good card. Giving evasion is nice. I think we probably just take the Whisperer. Doesn't work that well with Crux of Fate, admittedly, but Crux of Fate is just a good card to have. I mean, when do you not want a board wipe? And I don't think I'm taking Typhoid Rats, Hooded Assassin over the Whisperer. So I think we just go Whisperer and see what happens from there. Okay, so now we have best card in this pack is, I presume, maybe the Mind Scour Dragon. Battle Brawler's not really going to work with what we've got. Some good red cards in here. Mind Scour Dragon's good. There's really nothing crazy in here. I think I'm just going to take Dismal Backwater. That actually opens us up for Sultai quite nicely. And we really, like I said, not giving up anything. Hooded Assassin, which is good to have in Abzan if we end up in Abzan. But I think I just take the land. I'm really, honestly, I'm not giving up anything I care about out of that pack, so I don't see why not. Okay, Destructor Dragon is good. There's also a Gurmag Angler. There's a Jungle Hollow, Map the Waste. Some pretty decent blue cards in here. My gut is to go Dragon. But if I end up Sultai, Angler could potentially be better since you can play it a lot cheaper. But I already have 1 ramp. We're also already a pretty color-intensive deck, I guess. Double green, double black spell. If I take another double green spell, that could lend some, or have some problems or issues. I do like Destructor Dragon. Green flying creatures is just so unusual. I'm trying to think if I like Angler more, though. I mean, Angler, being able to delve it out is quite good, but I'm gonna take the Dragon. I've got a good feeling about it. Okay, Sure Shot is very good. I think we're probably just gonna slam that. There is a Typhoid Rats in here too, which I do like, but not as much as a Sure Shot, I don't think so. Let's go ahead and just take that. Okay, Executioner, which is good. There's also another Whisperer, though. I mean, Executioner is sort of removal. I mean, it is removal. But Whisperer is some good ramp. I think we go Whisperer. It's another card that, yet again, not going to play so well with Crux of Fate. But we already have Sure Shot and Destructor Dragon, which give us Ferocious, which is kind of good. God, there's another Angler in here too, and the Executioner. I'm going to take the Whisperer. Okay, interesting. Um, could take Map the Wastes. I already have double Whisperer, which makes that less appealing. Right into Being is fine. It's not a very exciting splash card. I think I actually might just take Bloodfell Caves. I don't care about any of these other cards, really at all. Ambush Critique, I mean, technically can return a Manifest if I hit a spell I'd rather have. But Bloodfell Caves opens me up for a potential red splash if I open something nutty that I want to splash for. Alright, Ugin's Construct seems like I'd end up sacrificing stuff quite often. I think with the double ramp, I probably just want the Crew Shock, which is still pretty good. There is a Sibsig host, but it's not as good as Crew Shock. I actually like Crew Shock. Okay. I mean, Rugged Highlands, another way to splash for red, if I feel like that's necessary. Otherwise, there is a Hooded Assassin, which is fine, not terribly exciting. We haven't necessarily branched into a third color yet either. Hooded Assassin is a 2/3 or a 1/2 that kills something at best. I guess I take it. It's not very exciting. I could have just taken the land there. I think I'm going to take Enhanced Awareness. Alicia's Vanguard, I guess, is okay too. Not terribly excited about it. I kind of like Enhanced Awareness. Card draw seems good, especially when I have ramp. Yeah, I'm going to take the card draw. Wow, red's going late, huh? Okay. Well, I'm going to hate the cheap creature. Interesting. Another fatty that returns something or Map the Waste. I guess I'll take Map the Waste. I don't really want either of them. Cut the blue, actually. And last pick, Enhanced Awareness. That's interesting. Okay. Well, pretty decent start. We have a good ramp element. We have a couple good rares. What are we looking for to make this deck better? I'm not exactly sure yet. Well, here's a Avalanche Tusker, but that's going to make the black a little bit difficult. I think we're looking at Pine Walker more than likely. It's just a very good card in general. There's a Savage Punch in here too. But I like having all these fatties with Whisper. I like to be able to go turn 3 Morph Whisper, or turn 2 Whisper, turn 3 Morph Pine Walker, or turn 4 Pine Walker hard cast. Either way is fine in my book. There's a Thornwood Falls, but currently we only have the Enhanced Awareness that, and Pine Walker is certainly a powerful enough card where I just want to probably take it here. I do like Savage Punch a lot, and we're currently a little bit short on removal. Sure Shot and Crux of Fate. Hooded Assassin, kind of. But let's take the Pine Walker. I like it. Okay. So, most powerful cards here for us. Not much. Scout the Borders. Tables, more than likely. Mardu Skull Hunter is probably fine if I'm base black-green, which currently it seems like I am. Skull Hunter's not a terribly exciting card alongside what we have, but the Whisperers technically don't have Defender, so I could attack and turn on Raid still. I don't think there's really anything here otherwise that I'm really all that excited about. Everything else seems sort of not that exciting. You know? I could maybe start going Abzan instead. Take the Feat of Resistance. I feel like I didn't see a ton of powerful white, though, in the last pack. I'm going to take this Skull Hunter, just on a hunch that I'll want it. We'll see if that turns out to be true. Interesting. Well, I feel pretty comfortable taking a Treasure Cruise here. Treasure Cruise is certainly better than Enhanced Awareness. And with the ramp, I feel like we can get there easier. Not really giving up any black or green I care about, I guess. All right. I'm fine with Treasure Cruise. Okay. Now there's Disowned Ancestor, which isn't really that good with what we've got either. Awaken the Bear, which is a fine card, but not amazing. Probably just take the Mystic, I guess. Similarly, not amazing, but it is unblockable. I don't really like it with the ramp element we're doing so much, but I think since it's a morph, it's probably fine. Okay, Aerialist seems like a better splash 6-drop. I think I want the Thornwood Falls, though. At this point, I'm almost assuredly playing blue. And having all the fixing I can get is really going to help the mana base quite a bit. I am giving up an Aerialist, and geez, Jeskai Ascendancy strong card too. And there's, I mean, it's pretty much just the Aerialist. I already have a Crew Shock and a Destructor Dragon. I feel like I can maybe find another River Wheel. It is a good finisher, especially with double ramp, but I'm going to make our mana just a bit better here and take the Thornwood Falls. Okay, Bitter Revelation seems fine in this deck. We do already have double Enhanced Awareness Treasure Cruise, though, which makes it slightly less appealing. There is a Despise, which I like in this format. I'm kind of feeling the Dragon Scale boon. Wild Call's a creature, too, so currently we have 10 creatures. I actually like Dragon Scale boon as a combat trick, though. I think it's pretty good. And with all the card draw, I guess I don't really need the Bitter Revelation. All right, boon it is. All right, Scout is certainly good in a Sultai deck, but I think we're likely going Skull Hunter number 2. Embodiment doesn't really work in this deck if blue's the splash color. And Skull Hunter, it really isn't that good alongside what we've got, but we need some cheap creatures, and Scout the Borders just isn't terribly exciting. Guess we'll take the Skull Hunter. Skull Hunter is not that exciting either. Okay, I guess we take Sagu Archer just in case we need it. Could take the Tranquil Cove for like a white splash, but I don't think that's happening either. Let's just take the Archer. Okay, there's a Rite of the Serpent in here, which is removal. Seems fine, but I think I'm going to take the Thornwood Falls again. Rite of Serpent's fine removal, but not amazing. All right. With all this fixing, maybe I can make the Water Whirl work. There's also a Sidisi's Pet, which is good with Dragon Scale boon. Decent with Map the Waste, but to be honest, at this point, I don't even know if I want to play Map the Waste. I'm really kind of not feeling that with double ramp. Like, we're already easily a 17-land deck. I think I'm going to take Water Whirl on a hunch that I can make it work, but we'll see if that actually pans out to be true, because it is a powerful spell when you can make it work. All right, Feed the Clan for sideboard seems like an okay plan. It's worked out for me before. Windstorm is definitely a good sideboard card. Naturalize. All right, getting all the sideboard cards. I guess that's good. Alter the Brood. Not so good, but it is a rare, so I'll take it. Okay, so we're in okay shape. We only need like 5 cards to make this a deck. I think this deck we need some more finishing power, though, so I am looking for a couple more fatties. I think at this point I may have to take the fatty over the land, unlike what I did for the... Jeez, and then we open Siege Rhino, huh? Well, I gotta see what it's worth. Sadly, it's only worth a couple ticks. God, I can't splash that either. Unless I just want to straight up ditch blue now that I've picked lands over it. I really don't. Taking a couple tickets. I don't know what else to do. All right, Pinewalker number 2 seems really good. We're short enough on creatures where I want to take it. I do like Throttle too. Let's cut an Enhanced Awareness. I don't think that's happening. I'm fine with 1 Enhanced Awareness, 1 Treasure Cruise, since Enhanced Awareness kind of fuels Treasure Cruise, but Pinewalker, and then we get Opulent Palace, of course. Like, best land I could ask for. But I'm going to take Pinewalker. It's just, this deck needs some more finishing power. or else it's not going to justify the 2 Whisperers very well. And Pinewalker at least is a very powerful card. Yes, I want the Tri-land. I really do want that Tri-land, but I just can't take it in good conscience. Alright, well, Tuscalocedon probably tables. I could take the Temur Charger or the Sandstep Citadel here, which potentially opens us up for a Siege Rhino in the deck. Yeah, I guess that might happen. If I get another fixer for that, that would be ideal. Alright, I mean, Abzan Guide's cool and all, but I think we're probably just taking Temur Charger here. Let's cut the Sagu Archer too. I'd prefer to not play that. Temur Charger at least can potentially be a cheap beater, so I'll take that. Interesting. Scoured Barons, I think I'd take. And then we actually, I think at this point, can splash for Siege Rhino pretty easily. Alright. Maybe just make the mana base better here, although this is our last pack and we still need cards, so I don't know if I can comfortably take the Jungle Hollow as much as I want it. I think I may have to take the Bondkin or the Rite of the Serpent. Removal-wise, we're currently sitting on... Well, currently we have 14 creatures, which I guess is actually a decent creature count. But we're 4 cards short of a deck. I'm going to take the Jungle Hollow. I'm on a hunch that my mana base is going to have to be pretty good to make all these cards work. All right, now I take Scoured Barons once again for the Rhino. And then at that point, I'm not even sure I need to run a White Source. All right, I'm going to take the Highland game here because we're still short on playables. Dismal Backwater would work in our deck, but I'm going to take the Highland game. Like I said, I can bring in some more card draw. Ooh, at least we got some good tables here. There's a Blossoming Sands. I kind of feel like I want this Hooting Mandrills because of the ramp that we have, and I'm still short on playables. Like, at best, I can put in an Archer and an Enhanced Awareness. I really do want this Blossoming Sands for the Rhino, but I'm going to take the Mandrills. All right, Tuscalocedon. I think we can take it and play it. And then I think we probably cut Water Whirl just because double blue seems like it's going to be an issue. Tuscalocedon number 2 doesn't seem necessary. There is a Scout the Borders, which could potentially find Siege Rhino. I guess I can take it. It also can find our lands. None of these cards matter. No, that doesn't matter. All right, so what's the good news and bad news about this deck? Good news is we've got a solid looking deck, and I still feel comfortable playing 17 lands, which means I'm probably going to end up playing Sagu Archer, although I could potentially make Water Whirl work in this deck. The double blue seems like it could be an issue, though, since we're pretty minimal blue, actually. I think the best route to go with this deck, and the good news is we got rares that are at least very powerful. Like Siege Rhino is very powerful. Wild Call is very powerful with ramp. We have more than enough finishers. Double Pinewalker, Feral Cruciak, Destructor Dragon, Tuscalocedon, Mandrills. We have more than enough ways to kill our opponent in a way that makes me fairly confident. What's the shortcomings of this deck? The shortcomings are, I don't know what my 23rd card yet is. Could be Water Whirl. As far as blue fixing goes, I've got not that much. Did I get one piece of blue fixing in this whole deck? No. I was going to say, where's the rest of my blue fixing? There it is. Double Thornwood Falls, Dismal Backwater. All right, so we are going to play 4-color. We're not a beatdown deck. Skull Hunter seems awkward in here, but we're looking for playables. Mapped Away suddenly becomes quite a bit better, actually, I think. Even with Double Whisper, it is indeed awkward, but when you're 4-color, I think you probably have to play it. Although, then I guess it begs the question, do I run a Plains? I think the answer is no. A Plains plus double Barons and Sandstep Citadel seems like it's too much white for one card. But then do I even need the Map the Waste if I'm not going to search up a white source with it? It's a reasonable question. Why do we have so many 2-drops in here too? It's also kind of a mind you know what. Do I want to Map the Waste? I guess with 17 lands, Double Whisper, Map, Enhanced Awareness, Treasure Cruise. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually comfortable playing Map the Waste in here. Having 2 sources of card draw as well as a pretty significant, fairly late game plan. I think I'm comfortable with double ramp plus Map the Waste, double ramp creature plus Map the Waste. Yeah, I mean, this deck looks good. It certainly looks better than my last deck. We've got a ramp plan. We've got some removal. Removal we're light, admittedly. Removal pretty much is Pinewalker as a surprise unmorphed blocker, Sure Shot, killing little things, and a Crux of Fate to board wipe in emergency situations. And I guess Dragon Scale Boon to catch guys off guard. But we are very removal light, which could definitely be an issue. A very light blue splash. Maybe because we're so light on blue, I do actually feel comfortable maybe running 1 planes. I have to think about it. So we already have 3 blue. I can probably get away pretty easily with 1 more blue source. 4 plus the Map the Waste should be more than enough, I would think. We definitely need a lot of green. We're actually fairly light in black, too. This is interesting. Let me think about this. So they want to do 1-1, which would be 4 blue, 4 white, 7 black, 10 green. Actually, that's pretty good. That's not bad. It's really not bad. 7, 8, 9, 10 green, 7 black, 4 blue, 4 white, and it makes Map the Waste turn on too. It's actually not that bad of a mana base, believe it or not. It's almost like mono green splashing 3 other colors, which I guess seems awkward, but doesn't look awkward. And I guess Scout the Borders helps us a little bit too. Scout the Borders, what does it do? It fuels Treasure Cruise and Hooting Mandrills, so that alone is kind of nice. And it finds our fatties, like Siege Rhino or Dragon, Mandrills, Colossedon. It's not bad. It's not bad. Otherwise, I mean, I could try and stuff some more blue sources in here to make Water Whirl work, but I'm probably okay with that being where it is. All right. So yeah, I think this deck is certainly better than our last draft deck. Our sideboard is actually pretty good too. We can answer that Jeskai Ascendancy with Naturalize. We can kill, the Skies plan with Windstorm and Sagu Archer. We can feed the clan against some Omega aggro if we have to. And there's a pretty decent chance we get the Ferocious online. So, yeah, decent sideboard plan. Good card draw. I guess our removal light, so that's a big issue. I guess I'd have to rate this maybe I rate this 7 out of 10. Because we ended up with some good rares in Wild Call, Crux of Fate. Is that it for rares, by the way? I think it is. And we ended up with some good fatties with a good ramp element. So I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable running 17 lands for that reason. Yeah. So overall, this deck seems like it's probably about a 7 out of 10. The 3 points are gone because it's removal light, but the Crux of Fate is such a powerful spell that I think I could still justify this as a 7 out of 10. So we'll see how it plays. Yeah, I guess let me move all my morphs so I can get a better. I like taking a picture of the deck with a better idea of where the curve really is at. Okay, yeah, so running it like this. We'll see you round 1.